Peace and love. Sister Zinga here from Flowing and Growing with Sister Zinga YouTube channel. Thank you so much for all those people who continue to subscribe, listen, and share. Thank you for the comments. I'm loving the comments. I really need the comments to continue to get a feeling about how I'm doing, and feel free to, correct me if you feel I'm wrong or to make comments if you have a different opinion. It needs to be a conversation for us back and forth. We're flowing. And through our flowing, we're growing. So, today I want to talk a little bit about, being innovative and to give yourself permission to make a change. We've been in the world and we've been taught that this is that and that, and this is how you do it, and this is how what everybody wears, this is what the thing is. But you have to give yourself a chance to make a change. Because when you make change, that means that you're being innovative. Even though you know that this is the way it's usually done, and this is the thing to kind of help you get out of that mental slavery. Even though you say this is what everybody does, this is how they do it. Usually, if this happens, this is what we do. Okay, but it's okay. You don't have to do it that way. You could be innovative yourself, and you could make a change and look at the thing, and say, well, okay, well, I do like that, but I just want to do it a little bit this way. And you're still getting it done, but you just want to do it your way. You have to have permission to change your mind, from the way that things are being done, the way your mama taught you, or big mama, or, pop, whoever, and say, well, I think I prefer to do it this way. Because you can do that, because that allows for creativity, it allows for innovation, and it allows for change. And change is inevitable. Change is going to come with or without you. So you can continue doing things the same old way that you've been doing it. Well, this way my mama did it, my grandmama did it, and thinking, okay, well, because people say, I'm just taking this for instance. People smoke cigarettes. Yeah, well, my mom died at 90, and my grandmom died at 99, and they both smoked. Okay, that's them. That doesn't mean it's going to affect you the same way. And I don't know if that was a really good example either. But the point to me is that you have to be able to be innovative to make progress. Because when you innovate, you make progress. Otherwise, you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over, but you want a different outcome. There is not going to be a different outcome, because you cannot do the same thing and expect the outcome to be something different. If you're doing the same thing, you're going to get the same result. So if you want to do something different, then take the time, think about it, be creative, twist it and twerk it to fit your own vibe, your own groove, your own financial situation, your own idea, your own anything, make it your own. It doesn't have to continue to be that way. When people say, oh, that's the way they do it, or that's the way that okay, that's way okay. That's what they're saying, and that's just their suggestion, that's their idea. But if you want to do something different, you can. And that comes with anything. Sometimes people cook food. Maybe people used to cook food in lard. Now people use olive oil. That's a good example. There you go. So it's different, because you just want to change, just want to tweak it to make it your own. But again, the point is that we're working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. And if we want to do that, then even though that's the routine, then just have confidence enough in yourself to create it a little bit different, to innovate it a little bit different, to make it a change, and see what the outcome will be. I'm sure it's going to be a different outcome if you make a little change, and that little change might be the outcome, might be good, maybe the one that pleases you, that fits your style, that fits your budget, that fits your idea, that fits your situation, it fits your size, it fits your whatever. But if we continue to do the same thing over and over, we have to get off of this wheel of just doing things the way it's been done for hundreds of years. The reason why that we're in such poverty is because people continue to do things the way it's been done. and it could be more efficiently. It could be done less financially. It could cost less. It could be a different location. I mean, I'm just being very broad about what I'm talking about, but I just want you to think, because it ain't illegal yet. Again, we want to take hold of, because if you've been doing something the same way and then you learn something different, then take hold of that new information and implement it. Sometimes people used to use just cow's milk, and now people use almond milk, soy milk, cashew milk. There's other options out there. So try something different. You're going to like it. And it will be a different pattern in your life. You're going to see that you more likely you're going to like it, because you're making it, you're personalizing it towards yourself. You're personalizing it, and you're making it your own. So again, if you don't innovate, if you don't create, that means there's no progress. You're doing the same old shit over and over and over again, and you're going to get the same results. It's time for a change. You see that things are different. Things are changing all around you. And so things are going to change with or without you. So that's just my thing for today. I'm not even going to be long today. I just want you to think about that. If you don't innovate something, create something, or just tweak it to make it your own, and it's okay for you to change your mind. And it's okay for you to do it different. It's okay that if everybody's been doing it this way for a long time and now you want to do something different. That's fine. It's okay, because you have the freedom to make choices for yourself. And sometimes we don't think that we have a choice. Everything that is done today, even if you go to a bank and the bank say, this is how we open our checking accounts. And you just want to say, well, man, but is it possible that I could do such and such, whatever this idea is that's going to work better for you? And they'll say, yes, ma'am. Okay, that's possible. We can do that. See, I mean, something simple as that sometimes we don't even ask, because we just go along. This is the way they've been doing it. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to do it the same way. But when it comes to all these different things in life, there is a way that you could change it. You can create it, just tweak it. I guess they say the word tweak. You could tweak it, And this is the same way for the educational system. I don't want to get into the whole long thing, but, they just tell you, do this, this, or this. There's no room for innovation. So I can understand that, people not thinking that they have options, or you can do something different, because you're taught not to. You're taught to just say, this is the way it is. This is the way they taught you in school. This is what the teacher say, your mama say. And so you do it that way. I don't know, not me, y'all. I've always been somebody to go to do something outside the box. So, and I just changed it. I just changed it around to fit me, because that's what you're supposed to do. I love me, and so who I want to do something, or have something, or get something that is going to work out in my favor. It's not being selfish when you're looking out for yourself. When you're trying to tweak something that's more pleasing to you. Sometimes, you buy a dozen of roses and you buy all one color. You can say, well, miss, can I get some white roses, some yellow roses, and some black roses, and still within a dozen? Oh, yes, ma'am, you can. You see what I'm saying? People don't ask, because we're not used to that. We've not been taught. We've been taught to just acquiesce. And acquiesce means to just kind of go along. Whatever you're told, you do. Whatever you're told, you do. But we don't have to do that. This is the mental slavery that they have us in. Like this. Oh, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it. Okay, because there's been conversation on the Facebook and stuff about the prom things, and it's nice that people will go all out and do this prom thing. You got balloons, you got red carpet, you got this backdrop, you got this. So what if that's not in your budget? And what if that's really not your idea? But you think, okay, that's the way they do proms now, so now you got to do the same thing. You don't have to. You ain't got to do shit. You ain't got to, what's that thing? You ain't got to do, you shouldn't, stay black and die. One thing you got to do is stay black and die. So when this comes to these things, these new ideas that people are doing, you don't have to participate in these things. You don't. And don't feel no way if you don't. And whoever don't like it, too bad. Because they ain't living your life. You living your life. You got to make decisions for your own self. So that was a good example. So you get the point what I'm making. You know, everybody wears these jeans with the holes in them. I'm not wearing no goddamn jeans that got holes in them, especially buying them from the store with holes in them. That's just my thing. That ain't my style. You know, and so I'm just not gonna wear it. But of course, almost everybody wear it. Old people, young people, they put on even little babies. Babies ain't got no choice. They just put whatever shit their parents put on, they put on them. But I think that shit's crazy as hell. I'm not wearing jeans that got holes in them. I'm not. So that's just me. But I'm just saying, so there's so many examples that you could use to say that no, I'm not doing that. That, you know, so that's you have the freedom. And sometimes it does take courage because everybody want to be in the in crowd and do what everybody else is doing. Not me. And I'm just saying, probably somebody listen to this, probably feel the same way, but don't have the courage to just not go along with what everybody else is doing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when I was young, you know, everybody was smoking cigarettes. You know, we were trying to be cool out there. And I tried it. And I went, you know, got my mom's cigarettes. It's a shame, Mom, I'm sorry, because I stole a couple of your cigarettes. And I get out there, I'm smoking. But you know what thing? That shit tastes nasty. It just was not for me. It wasn't for me. And I said, So they was like, Zinga, where your cigarette? Well, I was Kim back then. Kim, where your cigarettes? I was like, yo, I ain't got none because they taste nasty. I don't like that. So I'm just saying, I'm just trying to give you some examples to think about, you know, things that you want to do in your life. Because at this time and age, do what makes you happy. Happiness is an inside job. And if you don't do what makes you happy, then you won't be happy. If you're relying on other people or you're relying on style, trending, what you see on TV, all that kind of nonsense, you're going to be unhappy for most of your life. So, again, I'm just saying, be innovative, be creative, and you do not have to acquiesce to with whatever is the quote-unquote norm. You don't. Do your thing. Do you, baby, because ain't can't nobody be you but you. I don't know how Spirit just knew that I was going to be a little different because long time ago, I think I only had one daughter at the time, and I was out thrift shopping because you know I like going thrift stores. I found this plaque, and I love it. It's hanging in my house right now. It says, abnormality in this locality is normality. Think about that. Abnormality in this locality is normality. That's how I live. Because I ain't the one to be a cookie cutter nothing. So, innovate, create, and love yourself. All right? Peace and love. Thank you again, everybody, for listening and sharing and caring. All right, Sister Zinga signing out. I love you. God loves you, so do I.